Yikes. Well, if you haven't already heard by now, the biggest news to come out of the fishing community in a long, long time and reach to the outside world is the walleye fishing tournament cheaters scandal. So this scandal, it's coming out of a fishing tournament trail in Ohio, and this individual tournament took place on Lake Erie. Basically, what happened is there were a couple of guys, Jacob and Chase, and they've been fishing this tournament trail for a while, and they are probably the favorites to win every single time. I wonder why. And in this tournament, they were coming in and needed a top 10 finish to be the team of the year winners. And in this tournament, they reported their fish, and the weigh-in was suspicious. The tournament director pulled them to the side. The fish were looking a little firm, I believe is how he worded it, and the weight was a little suspicious that came up on the scale. They proceeded to pull them over. They cut the fish open, and that's when the chaos ensued. They cut the fish open. They were stuffed with lead weights and other fillets from walleye that were caught who knows when. I guess they just had them on their boat and shoved them down their throat or something. But anyways, when the other anglers found out that they had been cheated out of potentially winning in that prize money or team of the year, they were not happy. It is a miracle that these guys got to walk out of there in one piece, honestly, because it was crazy. Kudos to the tournament director for saying, nobody touch them, nobody do anything, we'll let the police handle this. Awesome way to respond to what happened there with all the emotions going on. So this individual tournament, what we had on the line for first place was roughly around $28,000, which is a nice chunk of change and probably makes a big difference to a lot of people. So if this win would have stood, they would have taken that home. But also the weight that they had put up on the scale was going to give them team of the year, and they were going to go home with just all kinds of benefits from that. I believe you get like $100,000 boat for your team. And also, I mean, sponsorships come with that. You know, everybody wants to sponsor the champions. So anyways, what we're looking at here is actually more than just this individual tournament. In fact, we can't necessarily prove it, but people were suspicious of this team for several past tournaments for a while now. They've kind of been somebody that they're watching for cheating. And I guess the moment was right to go for it on this one. But they have won roughly $300,000 in total career winnings in the last few years throughout the tournament trail for walleye. They also make $200,000 a year in sponsorship royalties. So, I mean, the grand scheme of things, yeah, it's one tournament they got caught cheating. We believe that they've been cheating in all the tournaments, and that is a big chunk of money, y'all. And it's not just that they get all that money that they didn't earn, it's that all these other guys that were fishing an honest tournament and working hard for it were robbed of these opportunities. So, you know, the police came in, charges are being pressed against these guys, but it's looking like they're only going to be facing 6 to 12 months in prison in Ohio, but also there's a good chance that they can get around that. The only other punishment is a $2,500 fee that will be given to both of these guys. And I mean, considering the hundreds of thousands they've made off of this, it kind of like looks worth it for them. Only on their punishment that they're going to be facing is that Ohio has suspended their fishing licenses permanently. So they're not allowed to fish at all anymore legally, but you know, people fish without licenses all the time. I'm sure that they could get a private pond and they don't need it. But anyways, it kind of just seems like a slap on the wrist for just like everything that was at stake with this. Leave a comment, let me know what you think about the punishment. Surely there will be some more developments coming along. There have been warrants to seize some of their possessions, such as the boat that they were using for the tournaments and some other gear, maybe like pliers and stuff like that. They're looking to see if there's evidence where maybe that they can prove that they've done this on all the tournaments and there'd be bigger charges there. Anyways, this is like the craziest thing the fishing community has had in the news in a long time. I would love to know what y'all think. I think it's crazy and it's sad and it's unfortunate. But, you know, I think this will bring about some change in the tournaments, especially on the walleye scene. And bass fishing, you can't necessarily cheat the way they were because, well, if it's a really big tournament, might be televised, but you can't weigh dead fish. There's a penalty for that, so it's not really worth it to stuff them with insane amounts of weight that is going to be obvious, because you get a penalty for your fish being dead anyways. I hope that this just works out for the best of the fishing world, and I hope y'all enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment, let me know your reaction to all this crazy news, and be sure you subscribe to the channel so you won't miss out on any future fishing content. With all that being said, I will catch y'all in the next video. Peace.